3:13 remaining in what has been a very fun basketball game. Flagler leads 82-79 on the Braves Broadcast Network. I'm Cameron Songer. Flagler, 46% from the field, 48% from deep, and the Braves have responded by going 40% from the field and 40% from deep. Braves out-rebounding Flagler by a +10 mark. Hasn't been enough yet. Brandon Winford at the line, front end of the 1-and-1, good. He'll get one more. 82-80, the Braves trail. And UNCP out there with Murray Boyles, Watts, Winford, Bradley, and Jahad Wright. UNCP on senior night, taking on Flagler, a team that's just 3-13 in the league. The Braves 8-8, right in the thick of the postseason hunt. Both free throws good. It's a 1-point game. Winford's got 14. Braves pick up full court. They clear it out, let Watts defend one-on-one against Vaughn McCall. Breaks the timeline with a strong left-handed dribble. Pokes away, gets it back. Both teams will be in the bonus on fouls. On the left side, Greer, pass to the left corner, stolen by Watts. He throws it up ahead. Murray Boyles out in front of the pack, blocked from behind, but he's fouled. He went up for the dunk. Nick Greer got a piece of it and apparently also hit the arm. Wow. If he hadn't been there, that's a one-handed flush for James Murray Boyles. This crowd goes nuts. The Braves take the lead. Now Murray Boyles has to earn it at the stripe, but Nick Greer called for his 4th personal. 10th team foul on Flagler, so now any more fouls mean 2 shots for the Braves. And as a team, they've been solid from the line tonight, 15 of 19. This free throw for the tie. Murray Boyles lines it up, knocks it in. They went around the rim and down, and we're all even at 82. 2:53 to play in the ball game. 82-82 is the score. James Murray Boyles at the line to shoot one more. Lines it up. The freshman connects. And the Braves take a 1-point lead. Now the Braves again pick up full court. This time will be Jahad Wright, who will guard full court against Matt Clark, Flagler's leading scorer. 83-82 Braves lead. He picks up his dribble inside the Brave Head logo midcourt, passes it off to the right side, McCall. 15 to shoot now for the Saints. 2.5 minutes to play to the right wing. Jab step, three-point attempt from the right corner. Greer, he hits James Murray Boyles in his face. He still connects on the jumper. 17 points now for the redshirt freshman Nick Greer, and it's a 2-point Flagler lead. 85-83. Both teams have been making it rain from all over the floor. Right wing, Jahad Wright. Now Watts in front of the Braves bench, gets into the paint, kick out. Bradley, left wing, up fake, couldn't get the 3 off after the closeout by Bobbitt. 8 to shoot, a deep 3 from straight away, he hits! Alex Bradley from way downtown. It's 86-85 Braves with 2 minutes to play. Bradley picks up at half court against Bobbitt. This has just been unreal 3-point shooting from both teams. Cutting, Gray, he gets fouled as he goes up, missed the shot. Brandon Winford all over him. Keith Gray will have to earn these from the free throw line after the 3rd personal foul on Brandon Winford. Check that, they're calling it on Jahad Wright. And not that it really matters at this point in the game. 1:47, 2 very big free throws for a very good free throw shooter for a big man. Keith Gray knocks in the first free throw. We're tied at 86. Keith Gray from Chicago, his first season and his last season here at Flagler, the senior, a transfer from Northern Illinois University. Solid D1 program. Hits the second free throw, giving Flagler an 87-86 lead. Gray has got 17 points, but he's playing with 4 fouls. 3 Flagler Saints out there with 4 fouls as they try to defend on this Braves possession. Bradley, the pass to the free throw line for Jahad Wright. Down the right side of the lane, through contact, lays it up, missed it. Rebound by Flagler. Greer hauled it in, passed it off to McCall. As Jahad Wright went right at Matt Clark, just couldn't get the kind roll off the glass. Across midcourt, Bobbitt, and the Saints not in a hurry on this trip down the floor. 1:20 left, Flagler up 1. McCall on the perimeter, pass to the left side. Now dialing long distance, Vaughn McCall, he hits another one! And showing off his muscles as he runs back down the floor. It's a 4-point Flagler lead with 1:05 left. Braves still have 2 timeouts, Flagler with 1. Ben Miller letting him play. Bradley on the right wing, 1 minute left. Crosses over, step back. Lobs it down low. Murray Boyles getting to work. Righty hook shot in the paint. Back rim, no good. Defensive rebound, Flagler. That's a huge stop. Now Ben Miller telling his team to come up and pressure defense. They don't need to give a foul here. Bradley goes for the steal, doesn't get it. Crosses over Bobbitt. Bobbitt to the basket. Kicked out towards the corner. Pass tipped. Who touched it last? Flagler did. Braves ball, they get the stop. Oh, wow, that's a freshman mistake. He was trying to find the sharpshooter, Matt Clark, in the corner, And apparently the Braves got a piece of it, but then McCall hit it last with his hand out of bounds. Braves down 4, 41.3 seconds left. Unbelievable three-point shooting has kept Flagler in this game. Bradley across midcourt. Into a three, he gets fouled, missed the shot. And trying to chase him down from behind was Bobbitt. That's his 5th, he's done. 3 free throws now for Alex Bradley. Down by 4 UNCP, 38.5 seconds left. They'll need to find a replacement here for freshman Ben Bobbitt. Finishes with 4 points, but did a nice job on defense. Ben Miller takes this time to talk to his 5 players on the floor. It's Winford, Murray Boyles, Watts, Wright, and Alex Bradley. The sub for Flagler that comes in is Jefferson Jean. 38.5 seconds left. 3 free throws here for Alex Bradley. Braves down 90 to 86. When I say it's been an unreal three-point shooting performance for Flagler, they're 14 of 28. First free throw for Bradley, up and in. He's got 2 more. As a team, Flagler's 47% from the field, so they're actually shooting better from behind the arc than inside it. Braves haven't been bad at all from the field. They're 40% from the field, 43% from deep. It's just been that much better here for the Saints tonight. Second free throw of 3 for Bradley, also good. Alex Bradley, 21 points in the game now for him. Watts has 23, Wright has 15, and Winford has 14. Last free throw here for Alex Bradley of the 3. This can make it a 1-point game. Braves would not need to foul. There's 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. All 3 free throws good. Timeout for Ben Miller. Does he want a full or a 30? It's a full timeout. We'll take it with him. 38.5 seconds left. Flagler ball. They're up by 1 when we come back. Flagler has a 1-point lead. It's 90 to 89, and they have the basketball. 38.5 seconds left. The Braves do not need to foul here. If they do, it would be a 1-and-1 situation for the visiting Saints. UNCP comes out defensively with a small lineup. It's Winford, Watts, Mike Smith, Jahad Wright, and Alex Bradley. They pick up full court on defense. Flagler throws it in towards the baseline. He gets double-teamed. Stolen by Watts. Up towards the basket. Lays it in, and the Braves take the lead. A turnover leading to 2. It's 91-90. Braves trap. They have another steal. Bradley takes it away. He dribbles back towards midcourt, and he's fouled by Matt Clark. 2 free throws coming up for Alex Bradley. This game absolutely slipped away from the Flagler College Saints. Back-to-back inbounds stolen by the Braves off a full-court press. And that's the pressing lineup Ben Miller wanted. Foul given by Matt Clark, his 2nd. 2 free throws here for Alex Bradley. This to put the Braves up by 2. 91-90 is the score, 26.6 seconds left. First free throw, Bradley around the rim, down. These fans know what's up. They know to be quiet when Alex Bradley shoots the free throw. 23 in the game for Bradley. His career high is 25. 1 more free throw. It's 92-90 right now. Bradley takes his time, lines it up, knocks it in. Braves picking up full court defensively again. Handoff goes in to Matt Clark. Braves sag off a little bit on defense. Shot clock turned off. 20 seconds left. Wright guards Clark. They switch off. Now Watts guarding him. He drives into the paint, gets to the basket, lays it up and in. 14.4 seconds left. Timeout Flagler. 93-92. That's a senior move. He knew he didn't need a 3 there. Got to the rim, laid it up for 2. Now he's going to force the Braves to make their free throws. UNCP out there. Wright, Watts, Bradley, Winford, and Murray Boyles. Good free throw shooters on the floor for UNCP. 14.4 seconds left. They're inbounding under their own basket. Wright can run the baseline, gets it into Bradley in the quarter. Bradley gets away from 1 or 2 guys, gets pushed from behind. There's a foul. Alex Bradley will go back to the free throw line where he has been absolutely money tonight for UNCP. He's 5 of 5 from the line, and that foul called on number 5, Jefferson Jean. It's foul number 5 for him, and he's fouled out of the game. Quick sub for Flagler. They don't take advantage of the time they could use to sub him in and get a free timeout. Austin Howard checks in. Mike Smith goes to the scorer's table for UNCP. Murray Boyles will come out. Alex Bradley at the line, shooting 2. With the Braves up 1, lines up the first free throw around the rim and out. That was one they really wanted. And the crowd reacting right now. I think someone in the top row of the bleachers shouted something at the last second, and the fans blaming him or her. One more free throw for Bradley. It's 93-92. 11 seconds left. This to make it a 2-point lead. Bradley lines it up, knocks it down. 94-92. And a sub now for Flagler as Kessler Bell checks in for Austin Howard. 11 seconds left, and Flagler putting in a three-point shooter in Bell. The Braves ready to pick up full court. Now the official telling Ben Miller he needs to sit down, or he's telling the assistant coaches to sit down. Inbounds pass. Greer throws it into McCall. 10 seconds left. Braves up by 2. Across midcourt, McCall. 5 seconds left. Bradley guards him. Behind the back dribble. Three-point attempt for the win. McCall tried to make it home. No good. That's the horn. The Braves win. The Braves survive on senior night. 94-92. They defeat the Flagler Saints. Yeah, the Braves, the 54-yard touchdown pass and a 40-yard touchdown pass. It's nice to be getting almost 100 yards over just 2 passes. Opening kick of the second half, taken by Span from about the 5-yard line. Tries to spin past one, can't do it. He's taken down the 17-yard line. Not great starting field position here for the Braves, but the offense will get back to work, and so will we.
Exactly, and we'll see if they can now here use this first drive of the third quarter to eat up a significant portion of the clock. You've got a big enough lead where it's not like you're feeling necessarily an urge to quickly score on this drive. You can afford to just methodically drive it down the field and try to expand the lead here and eat up as much of the play clock as possible.
O'Brien in a pistol formation. He's got a tight end to his left, one receiver to the left. Now Morrow, the tight end, motions from left to right. Handoff goes up the middle. Stanley jukes past one, and he is taken down hard right at about the 20-yard line. Not much there, maybe a yard or two. So the first play of the second half goes for a 2-yard gain. Rontonio Stanley from the Braves 18 to the Braves 20-yard line. 2nd and 8 as the Braves with the ball and a 15-point lead, 28-13. Joe Vasile, Cameron Songer here with you on the Braves Radio Network as the Braves playing their second-to-last home game of the season. A gorgeous afternoon, partly cloudy, 70 degrees in Pembroke, late afternoon, right before daylight savings time ends. Sweep play on the left side for Span. That's technically a pass as the ball went about 2 or 3 inches forward out of the hands of O'Brien. Gain of 2 or 3 for JoJo Span. Not a lot of room to work there.
Yeah, that's kind of a pass in name only there. For all intents and purposes, that was just a jet sweep to Span. Easiest catch, though, he's going to have probably in his college career.
And we often see that with Huffman, but we really haven't seen Teron Huffman much in the last couple of games for the Braves. He's usually the guy as the receiver on that jet sweep. 2 receivers on each side for O'Brien. Shotgun formation, running back to his right, dropping back to pass. Yellow Jackets bring pressure. Floating one complete to the right side to Stanley. He breaks 1 tackle, and he's down to the 30-yard line. First down, Braves. They needed 6. They got 8.
And a good display of patience that time by Patrick O'Brien to allow the pressure to come in to set up that little slip screen for Rontonio Stanley to result in the first down.
Braves get the ball up to their own 30. Ball on the right hash. And the first minute and a half off the clock in the second half. Braves up 28-13, and they have the ball. Handoff, left tackle for Stanley. He tries to cut it outside, and he has room. 35-40, and he is taken down hard, but he has enough for the first down, and he will be helped right back up. Good sportsmanship there by the linebacker Jordan Pierce after he absolutely whacked Rontonio Stanley, but it's a first down run, 11 yards.
Yeah, pick up, like you said, of 11 yards for Stanley. They're now approaching 60 yards on the game. Might have just gone over it on that run. He's done a very solid job in coming back after a rough week last week against Catawba to have another very good game here today against West Virginia State.
Stanley will head to the sidelines. Cliff Jones will come in and take over running back duties for the time being. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and tight end in the formation. Zelius Morrow on the left side. Running back Jones on the right. Shotgun pass, left side looking, and threw it behind the intended target. He couldn't complete with the pass with Morrow. Pass falls harmlessly to the turf. As a couple Yellow Jackets thought they were going to have a shot at it off the tip, but it never materialized.
Yeah, Zelius Morrow that time was just running a little out route from the tight end position. Ball was thrown behind him, so he had to reverse his body, try and get his hands on that one. Was unable to. O'Brien, I'm sure, was rather tried to lead him a little bit and get that one out in front of him so he could make that catch and turn it upfield.
Morrow now heads to the sideline. Braves go 4 wide receivers. They still leave the running back Cliff Jones out there to the left side of Patrick O'Brien. Clock stopped, 12:46 to go in the third quarter. Braves up by 15. Motion man across the middle, and O'Brien will just keep. He's got room along the left side, and across the 50, stepping out of bounds, first down run for Patrick O'Brien. They motion to wide receiver. He play action to the running back, and then all the blockers went to the right, and O'Brien went left. Kind of a naked boot look.
He had a good block down the field by the wide receiver, B.J. Bunn, on the safety, Will Merritt, who was the one who escorted O'Brien out of bounds to end that play. More like he just kind of side shuffled out of bounds. It was a very polite, why don't you go out here?
Kind of showing off his dance move a little bit.
Yes.
A little bit of a moonwalk out of bounds there by O'Brien. Back into the game comes the fullback, Martin Munn. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Setting up a screen right side for Bunn. Complete. Juking back. Now down to the 45 and leaping out of bounds to the 42-yard line. Well into West Virginia State territory. Not enough for a first down, but makes it second and manageable now for the Braves.
Again, back to old reliable, that bubble screen for the Braves offense today, and relying on B.J. Bunn to make that double move, get back to the outside, and pick up some positive yardage.
It's the first catch of the second half for B.J. Bunn after he had a stellar first half. 5 catches, 67 yards, and a touchdown. Now, we'll see if they keep going to him and he can get up over the century mark for the second game in a row. Last week, a school record 219 receiving yards on 12 catches and 2 touchdowns. 1 receiver to the right, a tight end on the right, and 2 receivers to the left. They fake the handoff, roll the pocket to the right. O'Brien steps up and throws deep over the middle. He has Bunn. Can he make the catch? Caught. Touchdown, Braves. What a connection there. And the Braves score to open the third quarter. B.J. Bunn in the end zone once again.
I really can't say enough about the way that Patrick O'Brien has played these last 2 weeks. These are throws that he was not making at the beginning of the season. O'Brien, he was underthrowing those balls deep down the sideline. That time he spun and off his back foot fired a strike inside the 5-yard line to B.J. Bunn, who was hit perfectly in stride. Just he has come leaps and bounds since the beginning of this season.
Bunn stays on the field. He will hold for the extra point attempt. It's up and it's straight through by Matt Davis. And with 11:42 remaining in the third quarter, Braves really opening this up now. 4 unanswered touchdowns for the Black and Gold. They have a 35-13 lead. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to UNCP Braves football. Still Kyle Spinks on the mound for the Hurricanes. They're clinging to a 1-run lead in the bottom of the 8th inning. Nick Salisbury will try to get things started for UNCP. Then back to the top of the order with Rivera and Debo. Braves have 7 runs on 7 hits and 3 errors. Canes have 8 runs on 10 hits and 3 errors. The last 3 runs scored by Georgia Southwestern came via an RBI walk, an RBI hit by pitch, and a bases loaded balk. I know it was pretty offense, but there's been a lot of runs scored in this game. So at least you have that. Nick Salisbury's 1 for 2 today. He has a single. Came around to score after stealing a base. Pops this one up in the infield to the left side. Camping out under it is Kranick, and he drops it at third base. That will be the 4th error of the game by Georgia Southwestern and the 7th overall error in this baseball game. Now, the first game was relatively clean. The Braves had 2 errors and the Hurricanes had 1. Wheels kind of coming off defensively for both teams. And, the important thing to remember is it's a doubleheader. These are college kids. At least for UNCP. Presumably they went to class this afternoon or this morning. And that's an awful lot of innings of baseball to play in one day. There's only about a 30-minute break in between games. Enough time for the guys to go grab a sandwich or a small snack. They're tired. Mental and physical fatigue taking its toll. Rivera shows bunt, pulls back, and takes ball 1 upstairs. Salisbury is on first. He represents the tying run in this game. Bottom of the 8th, Braves trail 8-7. Rivera again drops the bunt down right to the pitcher, scooped up and thrown to first for the sac bunt. Station to station baseball. Salisbury safe at second. And it's Nick Debo to the plate. Debo 1 for 4 in this game. In the first game, he was also 1 for 4, so he's been consistent. Guy who, on the season, hitting right about .320. Debo laces this ball down the first base line, but it hooks foul. Jumped all over it. A little too early on the swing. 0-1. Stibel Aliman Saba waiting on deck. He had an RBI hit last time up to give the Braves the lead. Fastball in the dirt, evens up the count 1-1. Aliman Saba, the Braves' top hitter. Hitting better than 400 on the season. Team leader in runs batted in with 23. He will have a chance to hit this inning, barring something really crazy. Debo inside out on this swing. It's dropping quickly into left field. It's down for a hit. Salisbury will stop at third. The throw comes back into home plate. It's a one-out single for Nick Debo and puts runners at the corners for Stibel Aliman Saba. Tying run now 90 feet away. Go-ahead run stands on first in the form of Nick Debo. Aliman Saba 1 for 2 at the plate in this game. He's been walked once and hit by a pitch once. 1 run batted in. He was 1 for 4 with 2 runs batted in the first game today. And now we'll get a meeting on the mound for Georgia Southwestern. Pitching coach Nick Tracy will come out and talk to Kyle Spinks. Will they make a move? Try to bring in their closer for an extended save. And they will make a pitching change. So we will take a break here on the Braves Broadcast Network. Braves have the tying run just 90 feet away, 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. New pitcher for the Hurricanes is number 32, a 6'1" junior right-handed pitcher, Chad Adkins. He's out of Powder Springs, Georgia, and a transfer from Coastal Carolina University. Adkins making his 12th appearance of the season. He's got 1 win, no losses, and 1 save. 18 innings pitched and a 3.50 ERA. He's given up 18 hits, 12 runs, 7 of them earned. Struck out 12 and walked 4 in those 18 innings. But the important number, that 3.5 ERA. He does have a save as well. So this is a guy, sort of a back of the bullpen guy, a closer, so to speak, for Georgia Southwestern in what I suppose you would call a save situation. Runners at the corners, 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Stibel Aliman Saba at the plate. The Braves' top guy in terms of runs batted in. All he needs is a fly ball with Nick Salisbury on third representing the tying run. Of course, Aliman Saba has some pop as well. Pickoff throw over to first. Back in safely is Debo. Aliman Saba, 2 home runs this year, 2 triples, and 4 doubles. Among his 32 hits on the season. The pitch to Aliman Saba is hit high and deep to right field. A no-doubter, a 3-run home run, Stibel Aliman Saba. It's 10-8 UNCP. He wasted no time turning on that baseball. And do you think the Braves are a little happy right now? This has been a fun back and forth game. Momentum has shifted more times than you can count. There's been a handful of lead changes, and the Braves sit back on top 10-8. And how's that for a welcome to this game for Chad Adkins? He throws one pitch, and now he's in line for the loss. This ball swung on, hit well by Beaver, but it's chased down and caught in right field by Burgess. Braves still getting out-hit in this game, 10-9, and have also committed 3 errors. What I'm trying to do is say it hasn't been a great game for UNCP. They're winning, and that last home run was really awesome by Stabel Aliman Saba. But I'm telling you, Paul O'Neill is going to talk with his team after the game. We'll even talk to his team after this inning and say, first of all, it's not over yet. And second of all, there's a lot of things that we can improve on as a team. It's Christian Snyder at the plate, facing an 0-1 count. The pitch grounded down the first base line, but foul. Game approaching the 3-hour mark. 2 hours and 49 minutes old to this baseball game. And, man, the second game of a doubleheader. Fatigue setting in, becoming exhaustion for both teams. But Braves will presumably hand the ball back to Alex Britt with a 2-run lead in the top of the 9th. Say, go get us this win. Tipped foul and held on behind the plate by the catcher Long. So the inning comes to an end, but the Braves get a 3-run homer by Stabel Aliman Saba in the most clutch hit of the year. Braves up 10-8. They need 3 more outs to complete the victory. We'll be right back.